I secretly recorded our manager admitting he fired the new girl because she got an abortion. A new colleague asked me if I could swap a day I'd booked off as holiday. She said it was for a medical appointment, so I was more than happy to. On that day our manager found out it was for her to get an abortion. He interrogated me why I swapped my holidays and said he's sickened that women nowadays don't have decent Christian values. I knew something was up, so I had recorded the whole conversation on my phone. Few days later the colleague hadn't come to work, and when I asked he said she was fired because of her performance. Well, I don't want to work for a manager such as this. I'm going to request a transfer to another team and send the recording to HR. Edit. Thanks for the advice, everyone. I will send the recording to the colleague, not HR, and allow her to decide what she wants to do. Send a copy to the woman who was fired. A friend recorded his boss screaming at him. He played it for HR to show it was a hostile work environment. The next year there was a new rule. You couldn't record anyone without their knowledge. That manager is still a manager. My friend left after having a nervous breakdown due to the abuse. Share the recording with your coworker, but be aware if you share it with HR you will probably be punished. Send it to the girl that got fired and tell her to find a lawyer. Report this to EEOC. This is at least a six-figure fine for your employer. Edit. Sending this to HR may or may not get you retaliated against. You should send the recording to your coworker. Don't involve HR without making sure the state and federal Department of Labor have a copy and information. If you tell HR, you become a risk because they know you may record again. They will likely remove you eventually. You shouldn't send the recording to HR. You should send it to your former colleague. She's got a possible wrongful termination lawsuit, and HR is only going to try and keep her from suing the company. Send it to the girl, so she can go to DLR. HR will bury it. You need to make the girl aware before you act. Preferably, let her act. You don't know her situation. Too much exposure to her abortion could have serious consequences. Pregnancy discrimination typically covers this with the EEOC, and HR wouldn't definitely see it at a black mark, assuming this is corporate. You collected the evidence, and that's good, but she should decide the next step. You did great work here. Op. Give the recording to the woman who was fired and advise her to seek out a lawyer. And FFS everyone. Stop going to HR and giving them a heads up that they need to protect the company. Just stop. Don't send it to HR, they're not on your side. Talk to a lawyer. I know there's a risk that I might get in trouble. Frankly, I don't care. Sometimes a person has to stand up for what's right. Otherwise, you are equally as complicit. HR will protect him and cover up the firing. Report it to EEOC and the Department of Labor. First, DOL is aggressively prosecuting shit like this. And the company can't have advance warning allowing time to clean up. Wonder if a media organization would be interested in this type of thing. Sometimes the swift court of public opinion would be worse, better than the agonizing legal proceedings here. How does the manager even know it was actually for an abortion? I don't imagine she'd tell anyone. Like, why does he assume this at all? Like, I don't understand why he even thought this in the first place. Fucking Christians hold back humanity. Talk to a lawyer first. The legality of recording private conversations is complex, and you could bring a whole world of pain down on yourself if you're not very careful. Decent Christian values. The Bible at no time condemns abortion. In fact, abortion is condoned or ordered 14 different times. The Bible also states that life begins at the first breath. So anti-abortion Christians can go fuck themselves. Religion, when imposed on others, should be a crime. If you're ever in doubt on whose side HR is on, just remember who pays them. HR, paid by your employer. Union, paid by you. Do not send it to our, they will cover their ass. Send it to her and tell her to get a lawyer. You're actively helping them cover this up by sending it to our. They will let the manager go with severance and a great letter of reference just to get rid of him. While she's starved. Potentially. Send it to her, not HR. HR is not on your side, they are there to protect the company.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.